All right, given these two functions, the f of x and the g of x, they want us to find the f plus g of -1. So this is just operations with functions. And another way to rewrite this would be the f of -1 plus the g of -1. So we need to take this -1, we need to plug it into the f function. It's going to go right there, and then we'll get a number. And then we need to find the g of -1. We'll plug it in right here, and we'll get another number. We will add those two numbers together, and then we'll have our answer. So let's do that first. Let's find the f of -1. So I know that the f of x is 5x squared minus 3. You know what? Let me make a little bit of room here. Can I just move that? Yeah, oh, look at that. That's nice. All right. So let's find the f of -1. If the f of x is 5x squared minus 3, the f of -1 is 5 times -1 squared minus 3. Okay, now this is important. These parentheses right here. If I take -1 squared, that's -1 times -1. A negative times a negative is a positive. So you have to be careful. If you just put in your calculator -1 squared, it'll give you a -1. You need those parentheses. So we have 5. Now we said that this was a positive one. -1 times -1 is a positive 1. Minus 3. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 minus 3 is 2. Okay, so the f of -1 is 2. This thing right here is 2. Now we need to find what the g of -1 is. So here we go. I'll get a different color. Let's go with gray. So the g of -1, the g of x is 8x plus 4. And instead of x, we're plugging in -1. All right. 8 times -1, right here, this is -8. -8 plus 4 is -4. So I know that the g of -1 is -4. And this thing is going to go right here where this is. Okay, just like this one went right here. It's the whole thing. So the f of -1 is 2 plus the g of -1, which is -4. And 2 plus -4, you can use your calculator for that, is -2. Okay, there's another way to do this. You could find this, you could add these two together, right? The f of x plus the g of x. You could add this plus this, and then plug in the -1 afterward, but this way is probably a little easier. Right, so the key is splitting up this function into 2. All right.